This dishwasher been going for a while. It says, Finny, say something. Okay. Hi. Oh, there you go. Hello. I fucked up. I put too many O's. Hey. How goes it? Yeah, I'm spelling this terribly. How goes it? Hey, Miss Hayes. How you doing? So, today's topic. I don't know. Is the dishwasher dummy loud? Let me know. Oh shit! I forgot my phone is sitting on this unreliable ass. There we go. So I'm doing another mental health meetup. I am home, so I get to do this. And as far as I'm concerned, I get to do this. You can't hear? Wait. Oh shit! Really? No, can't. Hey, hey. No, it's not. So it's not dummy loud. So you can hear me. Is what you're saying? One of y'all, let me know if y'all can hear me. I know y'all can hear me. Uh, sorry, IG. I'm on the YouTube. So hit the link in my bio. Not my bio. Hit the link on my IG story. It's not loud. I can hear you. Oh, okay. Because it said no, can't hear you. Um, so the topic of today is testing, the importance of testing as a creator, as a porn star, as a SW. So there are three, as far as I'm concerned, primary people that we go to. I've only been to two personally. One is Empower, that's in selective cities and stuff. If you can use it, go for it. Because as far as I'm concerned, I think you're allowed to use insurance. I don't know if it covers the entire thing, but it covers some of it. So I've heard. Don't quote me. That's just what I've been told. I've never been there. But the two that I have been to is talent testing, which has been around forever, and Cleared, which is relatively new. I think they've only been around for under an hour. Very popular though, very reliable. Um, so as one of those labels, I don't want to keep repeating the three. Pretty much, porn star, creator, SW. You go through. You go to one of those facilities. You can either do a walk-in, but it might be easier if you actually just pull up and or not pull up, but if you make an online appointment. So just speaking for myself, if I do talent testing, I typically just do a walk-in. If I can go to one of the primary locations, which is typically Vegas, somewhere around LA, Miami. And talent testing, I think they also have spots in Orlando and Tampa. They got Florida on lock. But Cleared, oh man, I gotta fucking mute that. Sorry. Where is my notifications for this thing? Because I don't want to keep hearing that fucking ping. Uh, conversations. Help? I don't know. I might be asked out. If I don't text anybody back, maybe it'll stop. There we go. So again, sorry about that. Where I leave off. Okay, so Cleared started in Miami. My God, hold on. I'm on live right now. Your texting notifications are interrupting it. I'll text you when I'm off. Shit, give me just 1 second, y'all. I'm on my computer. So typically, when I have like a bunch of Apple shit, all of it pings. Like if I get a text on the phone, that'll ping. I was able to mute it on my iPad though, but everything is around. So, God, okay, I left off. Cleared. Cleared primarily is based in Miami. Now they have a LA location and a Vegas location, which is really cool. I know Empower is primarily in Atlanta. And they might have something in LA. I know. So uh, let me explain how things work with going to the actual locations. So if you go to one of these places, I'm just speaking from experience with like talent testing and cleared. Um, you go in, they will do a swab. So back in the day, like a couple years ago, it was mandatory to do the COVID swab, but now it's not mandatory anymore. That used to be like an additional like $55 charge. Um, but now typically if you're going, you're doing getting your blood taken. They're taking like two valves of or two test tubes of blood, and then you go and urinate in a cup. And then within 24 hours, you would get your results back if they're clean through the portal of their website, and they'll tell you, everything that's there. If you get a phone call, typically, that's a bad thing. If you get a phone call, normally you pop dirty, and you have to test again when you're cleared. Pretty much when you take whatever medicine you need to take, and you're cleared within those days. Unfortunately, you have to pay again. Like it doesn't cover the failed test. It's a whole new test, so unfortunately, you have to pay again. Um, so as of December, it started being an industry standard to incorporate those swabs, both of them. There's two. So now you go to one of those facilities, you get the two vials of blood taken from you, and then they'll do a throat swab. And then they'll give you a cup and another vial. I'll explain the second one in a second. So you go in the bathroom and you pee in the cup in the other one. The other one is what's called a rectal swab. Now you have to pretty much take this swab, swirl it around your booty hole, break the little end where the black line is, and put it inside the test tube and seal it and turn it in with the P cup. So that's the industry standard now. So speaking of industry standard, let's talk days. So if you go, typically it's a big 30-day thing. It's a 30-day window. The industry standard, though, is 2 weeks. You can only shoot actively within those 2 weeks. They'll update you after a week to let you know a week's passed. But the 2 week mark, I know it cleared, they don't do 30 days at all. They just say, 2 weeks, it's up. Sorry. Talent testing, they extend it for 30 days, but don't you fucking dare try to shoot past 2 weeks. Oh, man, that is sus. Don't do it. Trust me. Do not do that. People be like, I'm past the 2 week. Go get tested again. We can wait. It's cool. We'll create when you're good because, ain't no telling how much bodies you got on that one test within those 2 weeks for you to try to go another 2 weeks on that same test. Be courteous to other people, but more importantly, take care of yourself. So what else? Pricing. So when it comes to testing and the pricing, it used to be like about like 190, 195 when it had the COVID stuff and didn't have the swabs. COVID was taken out and it's still there if you want it, but it's not mandatory no more. So it was down to like 150 something. So when swabs were incorporated, it became a little over 200. And that's every time you test. But Cleared introduced something new to where you can just pay like roughly around $400 a month and you can test as much as you want on that one payment, which is dope for if God forbid you fail or, you have to do a crazy amount of shooting and you don't want to have to keep paying multiple times to go get tested. You can get tested weekly. Hell, you can go get tested today and then go get tested the day after if you want. That's your prerogative with that $400 pass. So shouts out to Cleared. By the way, when this stream is over, I'm going to put all of the information at the bottom. Hey, Aria, I'm sorry. I'm so late. Hey, Lena. Hey, Paisley Hayes. Hey, it's your girl, P. Hey, Aria. And hey, everybody on Instagram as well. And Twitter, people coming from like Twitter and stuff like that. So yeah, Clear Pass, $400. So what else? What else? What else? Oh, so it's a little bit more complicated when it comes to not going to one of the main facilities. It's but they have things available in cities. You have to just go to those websites. And again, I'll put all the information below after this live of the talent testing website, Empower's website, and Cleared's website. Certain if you're like, say for instance, you're like in Phoenix or somewhere in Texas or Chicago, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Seattle. Utah. uh, I know talent testing for sure. If you go to their website, they can show you these approved facilities that you can go to who have the kits available for you. Those are a little bit more pricey, and you don't get them back in 24 hours, or you get them back in roughly 48 hours business days. And it's a little bit more pricey because you have to pay the facilities price. You pay talent testing for that one, by the way. There is no walk-in, none of that shit. You have to pay and do your arrangements and all that stuff through the website first. If you're going to one of these like doctor facilities who just happen to have talent testing kits. And then you pay online, you set the date, then you go to the place. You pay whatever the facility charges, and you pay the shipping fee, which again, it gets a little bit pricey. I'm gonna talk about the price stuff more elaborately, probably last. And it's why it exists the way that it is. Thank you. That's nice of you to say. Happy Father's Day to everybody, by the way. I posted this picture on Twitter of Lexington Steele. I say he's every guy in porn, especially corn, on YouTube. Every guy in the corn industry, especially if you're a black guy. Father. So anyways, getting distracted. Sorry. The importance of testing. So they test for HIV, trig, chlamydia, gonorrhea. Is it one more thing? Damn. I will look on my phone, but I'm using it for IG Live. Hey. But pretty much most important stuff they run through, they test all of that stuff individually. That's what the various different things are: the swabs, the cup, the blood, and all that stuff. And so when you get into the actual, like, say you're about to go shoot, we've covered all that stuff. Let's talk about shooting now. So a lot of times, me personally, I'll send like a screenshot of the test, but you still need syphilis. Thank you, Ashley. It's syphilis. They test for syphilis too. Bro, come to Paris. That would be so nice. I would love to go to Paris. My mom really loves Paris. That's why I have so much Paris stuff in my house. So I would love to visit one day and take her like ashes and stuff with me. That would be beautiful. Getting distracted. Sorry. So I send the screenshot to whoever I'm about to collab with within that 2-week window. But it's very important that when you actually get together, before you do the deed and all that stuff, you also present it in person. There's multiple ways that you can and should do probably all of these. Physically pull it up on the website and let them see it. And then also let them scan a barcode that comes with it. So when it comes to that barcode and being able to like have portals, that's what separates talent testing, cleared, pretty much industry testing with your doctor's testing. Your doctor's testing, unfortunately, is not industry standard, and most professionals are not going to accept that. Lack of portals, it can't be scanned. It could just be a lot of people can like fake things and can like pretty much like, oh, here's a fabricated test just so I can, shoot with you. And then, next, we have an industry outbreak or something. And we don't want that. Happy Father's Day, Daddy. Thank you. That was my wink. So yeah, it's kind of frowned upon in the industry to try to come through with a doctor's test because it's not the trusted full panel that we're used to, especially now that the swabs are incorporated and stuff like that. Yeah. So again, we're in person. We're going over these tests. We're scanning it. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. Cool. Do your thing. Um, what else? When it comes to testing and the importance of testing. Okay. So I did something recently on Twitter and somebody got really mad at me. They also just kind of like drama. I kind of peeped. So it was just like I entertained it a little bit. But posting your results publicly online. If you can avoid it, avoid it. If you decide to do it anyways, because I know a lot of people in this industry like to do it just because it might garner some attention for some potential people that might want to work with you. Watermark it. And I don't mean a little watermark. I mean like a big watermark because people can take those tests that you post. If you do not put something on it and it just looks like a straight up test cleared, people can screenshot that. People can put their own names and next they're showing it. Even though still in person, you want to do all the verification, but you want to even avoid the in person. If you have to avoid the in person with people you shouldn't be shooting with. So make sure one, either don't post it at all, or if you do, watermark it, personal, big ass watermark. I think the one that I did was I put my logo kind of like I lowered the opacity so that you can still kind of see through it, but you couldn't steal that shit. It has my big ass logo on it, and you ain't me. So, something. I was thinking of something. It wasn't the pricing thing. I was kind of trying to save that for the end. Anybody wants to chime in, by the way, feel free to. If you want to discuss some things about testing, your views on it and things like that, especially Paisley. I know you know all the info when it comes to all of this stuff. Feel free to. Everybody on Twitter, our IG comments just pretty much keep doing like, work with this person, work with this person, work with this. I'm like, my God, that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the importance of testing. Do not, under any circumstances, shoot with someone untested. Don't. It feels wild that I have to tell you that, but I'm going to tell you that. Please do not shoot with anyone untested for your sake, for their sake, and also for the sake of anyone that you plan to work with. Okay, that's what it was. That's what I was going to talk about. So, if you pay for this testing within those 2 weeks, and then you decide that you want to hook up with somebody either just not tested through talent testing, not within those 2 week windows, or what we call a civilian who isn't an SW in any way, shape, or form, they're just somebody that you're casually hooking up with, do your thing. That's your business. But just know that test ain't valid no more. Unfortunately, that test is not valid no more. You cannot go and clap a civilian and then hop back out here in the talent pool trying to collaborate. Trust me, it will come back on you. It will. We've seen it in this industry a lot. Next, we have an industry shutdowns and everybody's just looking like, who was it? Where does this go back to? And they end up going back to your ass because you wanted to clap fucking Ashley next door. She was like, I mean, she's not tested, but whatever. So within that window, just like do your shoots. And he said, not clap a civilian. For real. Like, just don't work with any, long story short, don't work with nobody untested. If you're within that window, keep your shoots priority. Get that stuff done. So another ping. Let's go. Do not have sex with spouse, right? Unless your spouse is also tested too. Please don't. I was saying, like, if you are in this talent pool, actively shooting within this talent pool, Tiana Trump got to be tested. Yes, the hell she do. She hot, but yes, she does. If you are in the talent pool actively on a test, not have sex with anyone, not also tested. And if you decide to, which is your business, go nuts. Do not jump back into the talent pool. Go and get tested again. And then get back into the talent pool. Because again, that's how people end up, not to no ill will against your relationships and stuff like that, but you can't trust everybody 100% when it comes to that stuff. People cheat. People got mistresses. Some people got sugar daddies, sugar mamas. You never know. And you don't want to take that chance. You don't want to be that person. This is a big industry. You do not want to be that person where everything just comes back and be like, who did this to us? And it just comes back on your ass. I wanted to bring it up so that you can talk about that topic because people still have sex with spouses that aren't tested and assume they're good. Don't do it. I will say I'm not going to beat around it. I'm not going to make it seem like, oh, no. This is the career choice that you picked. You decided that you wanted to be an SW, a hardcore creator, or a corn star. It's your life choice. There are rules to this stuff, and that is one of them. You got to, if you're in this talent pool, actively working with other people, exchanging fluids. Yes, even when it comes to spouses. If they ain't tested with your ass, have all the sex with them you want. But don't jump back in this talent pool. Don't you fucking dare. I'm here on live. My hair ain't done yet. It's all good, man. So yeah, that's very important. So with that being said, I guess I can talk about the pricing importance. Okay, so a lot of people ask, why doesn't insurance cover this? Why is it so expensive? The answer to the first one, I have no fucking idea. I don't know why insurance doesn't cover it. Just don't. But I do know the answer to the second part. Why is it as expensive as it is? So all hospital shit is expensive. We know that. A lot of work goes into the testing. And then also at the same time, looking at it from an SW's perspective. If it was dummy cheap to get tested, do you know how many bad people we would have in this industry? That price weeds out the people that have no business being in this industry, the people who do not genuinely take this shit seriously. That price will scare them right the fuck off. Excuse my language. No, I'm cussing. I've cussed enough. It's Father's Day. It's Daddy's Day. I'm going to cuss all I want. I don't have kids, by the way. I don't. But still. If you've ever called me daddy, or if you look at me like daddy, I expect a happy Father's Day from you. But yeah, that pricing is very important. And a good friend of mine said recently, and I agree with him, if you can't afford to pay this testing, it's okay. It's fine. You don't need to be doing this full time. Just do it part time. Do it when you can, but don't do it unless you're tested. As I should and did. Let's go. He said, "Nah, man, cuss all you want." So yeah, like he pretty much said, like if you can't afford this, like and you're not like able to budget, you're not able to like invest in what's called investing in yourself. Paying that fee to get tested is investing in yourself. You're going to create some phenomenal talent. No, it's not free. And I'm like, oh yeah, we're doing these collabs. These collabs are free. No, they're not. You know how much that testing cost me? $400 because I got the cleared pass. So yeah, all these shoots are important to me and it cost me money. So yeah, this is a business. We are entrepreneurs. We are our own bosses and stuff. And that is one of the expenses when it comes to doing this, is paying for that talent testing. And if you can't afford it, then hey, that's fine. If you can't afford it at all, that's also fine. It just may not be the career field for you, unfortunately. It's just, pursue another passion. He said something a little meaner. I'm not going to say. He said, go be an employee. I was like, oh, ouch. I'm just going to say go pursue another passion if that's too much for you. So, in closing, to summarize the importance of testing, let's bring it all home right here. The main testing facilities in SW: talent testing, cleared, Empower. There might be some more, but those are the core three. Cleared and Empower are pass approved. Asterisks on Empower. I'm not completely sure. Again, I don't know a lot about Empower, so if you can fill me in on that. But cleared is pass certified. Talent testing is not, but talent testing is still a trusted person to go to in this industry. The main facilities are in Miami, Vegas, and LA. Talent testing also has in Orlando and Tampa area. You get those results back within 24 hours. You're lucky though. I did tell you this though. If you get tested in Miami for talent testing, you will get it back. If you get tested before noon, you get it back same day. Shouts out to them. Cleared. If you get tested before like 1 p.m., you'll get that bitch back in like 4 hours. My God. And one fun thing about Cleared, which is why they're my personal favorite, they have that big Wheel of Fortune wheel. As soon as you get done testing, you can go in there and spin that wheel, which is also great promo for you and for them because they record it and they, if you post on Twitter, they retweet it and stuff like that, which is always awesome. So shouts out to them. Talent testing has that. I know at the Vegas location, they have the big Barbie box, toy box looking thing that people take pictures in, and they always provide the best candy. So in person, again, if you want to send the screenshot of the test, do your thing. But it's also still very important in person to scan the test, check it right there on the portal, and scan it to make sure it's legit before you work with that individual. Avoid having sex with people untested during your 2-week period. Again, 2-week period. Talent testing might have a 30. But ain't nobody honoring that 15, 16, 17, 18 and no on to the 30. They were just sticking with once 14 hits. And I mean day 14. I know it might still be green on day 14, but day 14, tuck it away and go get tested again. Yes, that includes spouses. If they're not tested, don't mess with them and jump back in the talent pool. Don't you do it. Are there any testing locations in Houston? I think Houston is one of those places where you have to go on the site and find somewhere that has that approved kits. I know for talent testing because I've done it in Houston once. You have to go through the website, find a location around you in Houston, pay on the site, and schedule a day that you can go in and do the testing. And it doesn't hurt to call the facility as well. But they don't have like an official, they don't have an official like cleared talent testing facility in Texas at all, I don't think. Maybe they will one day. That would be cool. I think Texas, Houston, Dallas would be core awesome places to have actual main facilities where you can get them back same day. It's a big ass state. There's a lot of people down there. And then also, again, the pricing is what it is, again, because a lot goes into that testing. It's very expensive what they're doing on their end. Let's not underestimate. Shouts out to the people who are the phlebotomists and everybody holding this down in testing with cleared, with talent testing and stuff like that. They don't get a lot of credit. Definitely want to give them credit. A lot of work goes into it on their end. And again, the price is also what it is so that you don't just have whoever the fuck in this industry who can just pay like $50 and then be out here selling in the name of pretty much SW. So yeah, again, I'm going to put all of the information for talent testing cleared and Empower in the caption below. YouTube caption. Hey, YouTube. And yeah, I made it a full 30 this time. Oh shit. Normally I'm done in like 15 minutes, but I made it a full 30. Very informative. Thanks. Thank you, Ms. Hayes. Thank you for everyone that's tuning in on Instagram as well. And yeah, this will be here. This will be on my page. Anybody want to watch it back, leave any feedback in the comments. I will respond. And yeah, happy Father's Day to everybody, to the fathers. I hope all y'all have a fun or relaxing or productive, whatever you're into. It's your day, King. Do your thing. Kids, spoil your father. Wives, give them first date pussy today. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna give them first date pussy. You're not gonna be a pillow princess. I know y'all been together for a minute. You ain't getting on the proof. What you do today? All right. Don't be a pillow princess. Put in work. Be a corn star today because it's Father's Day. All right, y'all. YouTube, until next time, I will be here next week. I don't know what the subjects are going to be yet, but you will know. When I know, you'll know. See y'all later. In this stream here.